Black Leather Eyes song, Jason here. So, hope everybody's keeping well. Haven't made a video in, geez, it seems like weeks, so I got a wee bit of a opportunity here to show you some records. So, a lot of stuff that I've been listening to over the past 3 or 4 weeks. So yeah, let's get into it. So I've been listening to a lot of Thrash. I have a whole pile of records here on the floor that I've been playing over the past weeks. A lot of Thrash in it. So I'm probably going to try and make a few videos if I get a chance over the next while, just showing some of them for it, put them back on the shelves. I was inspired to put out a lot of Thrash by Thomas at Merciful Metal channel. He done his 10 thrash metal albums that would define thrash metal from the 80s, which is really good. So that put me on a thrash bench for a while. So as I say, I'm going to try and show some of that thrash stuff later. There's a few bits and pieces of thrash in here, but most of it's all 80s metal. So yeah, we'll get stuck into it, right? So what we got? First up, Impaler, Rise of the Mutants. In 85, 4 tracks of great horror metal, superb little record, shock rock, Crack the Whip, Impaler, Heaven's Force. I do not love it. Yeah, so Impaler, Rise of the Mutants. Superb album, or record. If you haven't heard, it's worth checking out. So, even listen to the song Shock Rock, fucking great. Here's one I was talking to Thomas at Merciful Metal about in the comments not that long ago. Orange, Madbringer. So this band's from Yugoslavia. Got loads of Hammond organ in it. Actually heard about this record in the 90s, late 90s, when it was really delving into a lot of 70s hard rock, proto metal, stuff like that. And it was on a mailing list, but it was described as a 70s hard rock record. When I did pick it up, I realised it was from the 80s. I guess it's 83 or something, was it? But sort of like a bit of Scorpions, bit of DC, maybe a bit of Crocus, that sort of thing. 80s Rainbow. There's a song on this called Honey Let Me Feel Your Pussy, which just check that song out. It'll put a smile on your face. Don't be singing it to your woman when you're cuddling up in bed at night, but it's the sort of song I imagine it would appear at the end credits of a Chrome Dioxide episode or something. Real fun song. This isn't a bad album. This album you pick up really cheap, a couple of quid. Nothing absolutely mind blowing, but some solid heavy rock on it. And yeah, check out that song, Honey Let Me Feel Your Pussy, if you want a good laugh. The chorus is addictive. And yeah, Orange, Madbringer. Here's an absolute gem that from Florida, I think this came out in 1985, Iron Cross. So this is a 2017 Eat Metal reissue. I think there was 400 copies of this, 300 on black, 100 on red vinyl. This is the red vinyl version. And if you see anybody hyping this record, believe the hype, because it is brilliant. If you love 80s metal, there's no reason why you wouldn't absolutely dig this record. Iron Cross. So on here you've got Demon's Disciple. They do a cover of Angel, which is Angel of Death. Demons is an amazing song. Bloodlust. And side 2 you get Dark Dreams, another amazing track. Fantasy World, it starts off a wee bit moody and before it takes off, and then really catchy song called Mistress of the Dark, and it ends on the really sleazy S&M medley. But yeah, this record is absolutely, it is a gem of underground 80s American metal. So you can hear an influence of doom metal and stuff, and the notes they choose for the riffs. It's a great atmosphere, perfect vibe, and it was put out originally private press, I think, in 1985. So I think you can get the. There's a compilation that came out as well, a double LP. It's shot up way up in price. I slapped on it, stupid, but if you get this, if you haven't heard this, give it a listen, and see if you can pick it up. I don't know whether it's been reissued again or on CD or whatever, like. But yeah, Iron Cross, absolutely fantastic American heavy metal. Next up, pulled out some Razor records, and this is the first Razor record I ever heard, Malicious Intent. So what's this? It's 86, I think. Canadian band are they? So Terminate Pieces, High Speed Metal, Rebel Onslaught, Stand Before Kings, stuff like that. This was the first record I bought by a Razor, my introduction to them. Not the best place to start, I don't think. The cover's great, isn't it? But you know what? The songs in this sort of run into each other for me, and it pales in comparison to what came before it. But the first Razor record is probably still my favourite, the Armed and Dangerous record. This one isn't bad. I say it runs in, all the songs seem to run into each other to me. It sounds very similar, but there's some good stuff on it. So that's Razor Malicious Intent from 86, I think. Here's it. I think this is a German band, Midnight Darkness. This is from, I want to say 84. I could be wrong, but I love that cover. Superb. This has got a lot of charm to it. Songs like Line Fire, brilliant. Song on here called Mindless. You've got stuff like LA Prisoner and We Like to Rock is pretty good as well. The vocalist on this is really good. I just take to his vocals, really. You can hear him, he's trying to reach certain places, he's not getting there, but he's just got a tone to his voice that I really, really love. So, Midnight Darkness, yeah, this is worth lending your ears to as well if you haven't. Good gear. Next up, let's see, Infernal Majesty, None Shall Defy. So this came out in Roadrunner. Don't they look superb? You don't get much more heavy metal than that, do you? And that Solid Fingers looking cover probably bounced this record straight into the bargain bins when it came out. I think this is 87. But as perfect as they come for this type of music, absolutely ripping and relentless. Like the only respite you get in this is the instrumental R.I.P. And it sets the mood for like Night of the Living Dead. What an amazing song! Everything on this is absolutely perfect. It gets a lot of love, and it deserves every ounce of love it gets. Of course, this cover is instantly recognizable, and it's very lovely. It's easy to love this little sleeve. As goofy as it looks. Of course, this is his Infernal Majesty, the devil himself, playing peekaboo through the cosmos. But yeah, like the title track in this, intense. Skeletons in the Closet, unreal. Anthology of Death, SOS, Satan Our Savior. Just an absolutely blistering listen. Totally gets me hyped and puts a big massive smile on my face. Amazing record. I'm sure this has been released plenty of times, but reissued, plenty of times. Yeah, None Shall Defy, Infernal Majesty. What else can I say about this? Apart from it being absolutely brilliant. The breakdown on Night of the Living Dead, where the vocalist sings, just after the vocalist sings, kill all that's life, isn't that what he said? Kill all that lives, and then it just goes into that fucking amazing riff. Superb vibe. Brilliant black metal, as in the old school black metal songs with the devil. Just a brilliant record. Can't say enough about it. It's really good. As you all know. Next up is Acid. Debut album by Acid. This is Giant Records, I think, this one. This isn't as good as Maniac to me, but still it's got some amazing tracks. Acid, Ghost Riders, Hell on Wheels is a great track. Anvil Demon, Side 2, Hooked on Metal, Women at Last, 5 Days Hell, Heaven's Devils, and Satan. Yeah. From Belgium, this is 83, I think, or 84, 83 maybe. Brilliant record. Well, not as good as Maniac. It's brilliant. This one is very good, say. Really good. Next one is a mini LP by Cities. Annihilation Absolute. Not to be confused with the album they put out under the same title with a very similar cover, although it has like walls down the side here. So this was, and the picture of the drummer here has been changed. So became aware of this record through my love of Twisted Sister. AJ Perry used to play in this band, and when he left the band to concentrate on Twisted Sister, had a career doing that. When that all went tits up, he went back to this band and they re-recorded some of these tracks and put out a full-length album. But this is the mini LP, as I say. So, Still at Night, Innocent Victim, Not Alone in the Dark, Burn Forever, Fight for Your Life, and the last track, Stop the Race, which is a brilliant track. If you haven't heard this, check out that song, Stop the Race. Great. Yeah. Heavy fucking metal. It's brilliant. Here's one from Germany. I think this is 84 as well. Stormwitch, Walpurgis Night. So yeah, songs like Priest of Evil, Skull and Crossbones, World Was in the Hunt, Side 2, Walpurgis Night, Flower in the Wind, Warlord Excalibur, and the fun Thunderland. A bit cheesy that track, but it's really addictive. Yeah, so taking the new wave of British heavy metal and just running with it at a time when a lot of the bands in new wave of British heavy metal were probably chasing a wee bit more commercial success and fluffing up their sound a wee bit. This does none of that. Pure heavy metal and pure brilliant tracks, songs, catchy, great songwriting, bit of a thin production, but yeah, really good. What record label this came out on? I think this is Scratch Records. Yeah, Scratch Records. And their debut album. So, Stormwitch, Walpurgis Night. By the way, before I forget, what we're listening to is The Swans, if you haven't guessed. Children of God. Great record. Haven't listened to this in a while. Fancy sticking them on, yeah. Swans, Children of God, that's what we're listening to. If you can hear it. So some more thrash. So Darkness Descends by Dark Angel. I'll put this on. This is Roadrunner as well, isn't it? No, this is Under One Flag. Yeah, Darkness Descends, Burn of Sodom, Hunger of the Undead, Merciless Death's brilliant. Death is Certain, Life is Not. Stuff like that. Everybody knows this if they're into the thrash. This is probably the second album I heard by Dark Angel, and I didn't hear it till later on because I bought the first record I bought by this band was Live Scars, and then I got this in tape at some point, and it makes me smile. The band's just really going for it, and just trying and attempting to kick their head in, and they pretty much accomplished that. Darkness Descends by Dark Angel. Hold on, I'm going to change this record. So alright, taking me a while to get back into this. I haven't made a video, as I say, in donkeys. My son was off for the holidays, so we were doing loads of family stuff, hanging out and having a bit of crack. It was his birthday yesterday, so been doing all that. Been really good. Okay, so Savage Grace, Master of the Skies, Black Dragon Records. I guess it's 1984 too. I'm sure you'll correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, especially the first side in this. Songs like, well, it opens up with Lion's Roar and goes into the first song, Born to Be Free, Fear My Way, Sends It Down, Into the Fire. All absolutely stonking songs. Same with the second side, although it gets a wee bit flabby in places to me. But a top heavy metal record. Master of the Skies, Betrayer, Sons of Iniquity, No One Left to Blame. Amazing vocals, amazing drums, superb, love it. Master of the Skies. I also have a reissue of this. The difference in the sound, they've managed to bring the guitars up a wee bit more, I think, from what I remember, but this just sounds brilliant anyway. So yeah, Savage Grace, Master of the Skies. Another classic, really good. Here's one, I actually picked this up recently, the other week I think. I've been wanting to pick it up for a while, but it's one of those ones that gets put in the back burner. So, Thrust, Fist Held High. I think this is an LA band, LA metal band. This is 84 as well, there's a lot of 84, 85 in here. This pulls all the right shapes and all the right moves, has the right vibe for me, but it just, some of the songs are screaming out for choruses and stuff that never come. Funny enough, the third song in each side to me is the weaker tracks. But opening song, Fist Held High, brilliant track. Overdrive's a good, solid, forceful, straight ahead metal track. The last track in side 1 is Metallic Attack, which is pretty good. Side 2 is Heavier Than Hell. Thrash is a pretty good song. Torture Chamber is a wee bit dull. Sort of stops and starts a bit. And then it ends on a really fun song at the end of it called Posers Will Die. But it's not bad. I'm still taking it in and enjoy it enough. Solid enough record. Say the actual opening track and the song titled Fist Held High, fucking superb. Not bad. Warhead, Speedway. This is probably 84, 85 as well. It's very dark in here and I can't read because my eyesight's bollocks. So yeah, Speedway, Kill the Witch, Driver, Devil's Child, Attack of the Shark, The Alliance, Attack and Kill, First Light of the Apocalypse. This is good meat and potatoes, heavy metal, speed metal. The guy's got a really warbly voice when he's like a sort of, when he's holding his notes, and maybe a bit too much vibrato could put people off, but yeah, it's rough and ready, a lot of fun. Cover's great too. There's the boys. Yeah, Warhead, Speedway. You can find this cheap. It's well worth hearing. To say just fun, meat and potatoes, heavy metal. Nothing like, not pushing any boundaries or anything here, but solid songs. Here's a weird one. Well, it is for me. Griffin, Protectors of the Lair. So I bought this off their band, their debut. So yeah, the second one I heard, and it's a bit much to take in. I've had this for years. I pull it out every now and again, and look at those lovely glowing green eyes. And yeah, look, my son's got a hat thing, like it looks like he's wearing a wolf onesie or something. But there's a lot to take in on this. It's not as immediate as the first one, but it's taken years to unravel its charms to me. But I enjoy it a lot more than I used to. I don't rate it near as much as their debut. What time are we at? Yeah, Flight of the Griffin by Griffin. Well, this opens up with that 2-punch of like Hawk the Slayer and Heavy Metal Attack. 2 amazing songs. Submission, Creepers Burn His Way, Flight of the Griffin, Fire in the Sky, Hell Runneth Over, last song Traveling in Time. Loads of drama, great licks, superb vocals, catchy tracks, a brilliant heavy metal album from 1984. Really love it. I think this band's German. Band called Fact. I don't know if there's any fans of them out there. These I have 2 of their albums here, and I've been playing them again recently. Not bad. A lot of Accept going on, only nowhere near as good. This is their first one. So you've soft on here like Marauder, Sound Attack, Make It Real, Heavy Metal Power Play, Suspected, Quiet, Hard Times. It's not bad. Decent enough listening. Guy's got a real Udo, graspy, fucking, what am I looking for? What am I looking for? Nuts voice, right? This one's a wee bit more solid. Without Warning by Fact. This came out in Earthshaker Records. What's that first one? Is it Earthshaker as well? First one's on Mausoleum Records. But Without Warning, this is better, I think, than the first one. Stuff on here like Rocky to the Ground's good. 2001's a really good track. I really like it. Not a bad record, not a bad band. Yeah, when's this from? Oh, 86, 87, I'd guess. 86 maybe? Don't know. But yeah, Fact, Without Warning. Not bad. Decent listen. Here's another new one that I picked up. So if you've seen any of my other videos, you'd know that I really like Ruthless' first record, Metal Without Mercy. And so I've been wanting this for a while, just never get around to picking it up. And the other week I picked it up for a really good price. Discipline of Steel, Ruthless, LA metal band. And I think this is 86, 85, around about that. This is mostly mid-paced LA metal. Yeah, decent sound. Doesn't have the magic of that first record for me though. But it's fun to listen to, so I'm still taking this in. Hardcore, Run For Your Life, Discipline of Steel, Ancient Warrior, Know No Evil, Sign of the Cross. Yeah, not bad. As you can see, the Morning Star, the axe, reminds of these next 2 records I'm going to show here. Yeah, Ruthless, Discipline of Steel, not a bad record. It'll probably grow me even more, but I say I've only got it. So. But that Morning Star and the axe on the cover reminds me of Hallows' Eve. Tales of Terror. I love this cover. Always reminds me of the Mentors. And looking at it now, it reminds me of that band with the Cobwebs and the Executioner. Reminds me of that band Savage Master, who have been going about for the past few years. But the cover's beautiful. I love the Tales of Terror in the sort of pulp horror writing. But this is an absolute gem of a record. Probably the 2 most famous tracks on this are Metal Merchants, which was on the Speed Kills. It was the first song I ever heard by them. But it opens up with Plunge into Megadeth. Amazing. Outer Limits is amazing. Horror Show's amazing. All of it's great. The Mansion, There Are No Rules, Valley of the Dolls, Metal Merchants, Hallows' Eve. Great metal record. And this is from 1985. This is Roadrunner. Isn't it Roadrunner? Yeah, Roadrunner 1985. I lost reality long ago, now I live in a horror show. Great record. More Morning Star. an accent. Rigor Mortis, debut record, came out in Capitol Records. I think this is 88, 87. 88. And I like to think of some of the big wigs at Capitol Records getting wind that this was coming out in their label and going, why are we putting this fucking shite out on our label? The boys done good. But yeah, so Shroud of Gloom, Dan Pain, the last track, Slow Death, amazing. Wizard of Gore, Demons, Condemned to Hell, Reanimator, fucking great, absolutely fucking great, love it. Rigor Mortis is, if you've seen any more videos, you know I'm a big, I really like the style of this band. Just, if there was, if I had to nitpick, maybe there's a bit too much error in the production and recording of this, but I can't imagine this sounding any way different really. It's just a really good record. Gives me massive buzz. Love everything about the band. The band, they're just on form. And that guitar playing, fucking lethal. Alright, last record. I'm gonna hopefully have some time to make a new video at some more point. Show some more thrash and speed metal or whatever before I start putting it back on the shelves. But Metal Mickey was talking about this record recently as well, and he's been charmed by it. He's doing a series that's covering stuff that he missed in the 80s that didn't really pay much attention to, and he's gone back and listened to them again. It's a really good series of videos he's putting out so far. So yeah, and he seemed to really like this, and I have to admit, Snow White are just a great band. This album is them going, just completely embracing that thrash sound, but they've still got enough of the speed metal sexiness to make this record really shine. Vocalist on this, Nicole Lee, is absolutely fucking superb, and like Ian Tafoya, the main songwriter, the guy in the band, riff writer, wrote amazing tracks. So you've got like To the Last Breath, Baptized by Fire, Pure Blood, War Machine is a classic. It is a classic. Thunderdome, Rest in Peace, Disease, Bigotry, Soldier's Creed, Something Wicked This Way Comes. Great vocal melodies, hooks, riffs, arrangements, good sound off it too, and as a lot of people have been saying, horrible artwork. It looks like something from a funk metal LP or an alternative record in the 90s, but whatever you think about the cover, the music on this is solid, amazing, sparkly, fun, heavy metal. Great thrash record. Snow White, Act of God. So that was really rough. If you stuck to the end, thank you very much for watching. Yeah, and I hope everybody's keeping well. Hopefully I'll get to do another video pretty soon, and I'll catch you later. Thank you very much for watching. All the best. Bye.